लब्ध्वा सुदुर्लभमिदं बहुसंभवान्ते मानुष्यमर्थदमनित्यमपीह धीरः तूर्णं यतेत् न पतेदनुमृत्युयावन् निःश्रेयसाय विषयः खलु सर्वतः स्यात्. Labdhva, having attained or attaining, sudurlabham, that which is very rarely attained. Sudurlabham is extremely rare. Idam bahusambhavante, bahusambhavante. After going through many births, sambhava is actually to take birth, to come into existence. Bahusambhavante, after many lifetimes, one attains manushyam, this human form, and arthadam, it can grant meaning to existence. We'll discuss what that means. Anityam apiha dhiraha, anityam apiha. So it can grant meaning, but still it is also anitya. It is temporary. And because the duration in which we can attain meaning is limited, therefore one should be dhiraha. One should be sober. Api turnam yated. So immediately endeavor. Napated anumrityu yavan. Napated. It may fall at any time. Anumrityu yavan. It is susceptible to death. And therefore, Nishreyasaya Vishaya Khalu Sarvatah Syad. Nishreyasaya. Nishreyasaya is to pursue the ultimate purpose of life. Vishaya Khalu Sarvatah Syad. Vishaya Khalu. Vishaya is the sense objects. Khalu Sarvatah. Certainly Sarvatah. It's available everywhere. The sense gratification is available everywhere. So, what is the purpose of existence? So, whereas Nishreyasa, the pursuing spiritual pursuit, the long-term pursuit, long-term gain, that is available only in human form. So, this verse, if you just translate it, having attained labdhva sudurlabham idam bahusambhavante, having attained that which is very rare and that which is attained after many lifetimes, that human form, manushya marthadam anityamapi dhira, that human form can grant meaning, but it is temporary. So be sober. And what does being sober mean? Turnam yadet napated anumrityu yavan. Strive immediately, because the body is susceptible to fall and die at any moment. Nishreyasaya. So, yaded, endeavor for what? For long-term gain, for spiritual gain. Vishaya khalu sarvatah syad. Don't waste time in sense enjoy, Vishaya, sense objects, because they are available everywhere. Sarvatah syad. So, in this text, the Bhagavatam, the Brahmana is speaking about the speciality of the human form and the urgency in using that form. Now, Sudurlabham, the human form is said to be very rare. Nowadays, when there is population explosion, people may think, what is so rare about the human form? No, it is already there. And there are so many human beings. But actually, if we compare the count of human population to the count of other living beings, then we will realize that actually the human form is very rare. It is very rare because if you compare the number of grass, the number of germs, the number of fish in the ocean, then and we understand that all of them are souls like us, and then we understand actually how rare and precious the human form is. And actually the speciality of the human form doesn't come only because of its rarity, but it's also because of its potentiality. what is the potential of the human form? So the rarity is there are out of so many species, so the humans are actually very less, and for the soul to come to the human form is not easy. Bahusam bhavante. The soul has to go through many bodies before it comes to the human form. So transmigrate through various species. And the potentiality of this human form is that arthadam. In this meaningful gain can be attained. The word artha here doesn't refer to dharma, artha, kama, moksha, where artha refers to financial gain. Here artha refers to meaning, in terms of the ultimate meaning of existence. So animals struggle, suffer and succumb, whereas humans can understand the purpose of life and can attain the purpose of life by the serious practice of spiritual life. They can actually attain the ultimate purpose of existence. Although all living beings are mortal, are subject to death, are sentenced to death, but humans have the capacity to go beyond death by becoming spiritually conscious, by realizing their spiritual identity, and by learning to love the supreme spiritual reality, God, Krishna. By this they can transcend the mortality that characterizes the material existence. So this arthadam, the potentiality of the human form is there, and that has to be tapped. However, anityam, like the other form, this is also anityam, and therefore, if the students, if they understand that, my exam is tomorrow and I have only 8-10 hours to study, then they become sober. They think, there is a whole year to study. Then I'll study sometime in the future. So that sobering effect, dhiraha, an awareness of the finiteness of the time available to us, brings sobriety. So anityam apiha dhiraha, because it's temporary, therefore becomes sober. And turnamyatet. So sometimes people think that when we become spiritual, we become unambitious, we become lazy. However, this Bhagavatam verse is saying, what to speak of becoming lazy, we have to become industrious, we have become to immediately, urgently industrious. Yatet means endeavor. That is a sign of endeavoring is done only by those who are industrious. So turnam yatet, endeavor immediately. Napatet anumrityu yavan. That napatet. The body can fall at any moment, and it will fall sooner or later. No, at any moment we may be just living peacefully, and we may get a heart attack, or there may be earthquake, or there may be a burglary or whatever, and death may befall us. So, knowing this, anamrityu yavan, death can happen anytime. So therefore, before death happens, we have to become spiritually realized. Therefore, turnam yadet, immediately endeavor for nishreyasaya. Generally, to succeed in life, we need to work on our strengths. Just like, say, in cricket, if a team is good at batting, the team works on its strengths, and if it has some ability which everyone else has, if they have a good bowling, decent bowling, but everybody has decent bowling, then that will not be their winning advantage. Whatever is their special talent, if they have a particular batsman who can score runs very fast, then that will be their winning advantage. So to success requires using our special strength, using our special strength and making it into a winning advantage. So, Vishaya khalu sarvatah syat. So, the sense objects are, the pursuit of sense objects is a common characteristic of all living beings. And in pursuing sense objects, these souls in various species, they struggle, suffer and succumb to eventually to old age, disease and death, and to rebirth again. So if we keep pursuing the same things, then we will also struggle, suffer and succumb. But if we want to transcend material existence, then we have to tap our special advantage, and that is special strength. And that strength is our capacity for Nishreyasaya. Brahma Avalokam was mentioned in the previous verse, the capacity to perceive spiritual truth. Perceive means to see. And here Nishreyasaya means Yateta Nishreyasaya. Strive for coming to spiritual consciousness. Because once we learn to love Krishna and raise our consciousness to spiritual level, then the destination that we attain is eternal. And we'll get eternal happiness, and thus our quest for meaning will be fulfilled. And the human life will have given us arthatam, will have granted us a supreme meaning. Thank you.